Alright guys, Josh here. I'm back out in the woods. As you can see, I got my buddy Max with me. We are at a new location. So I mentioned a couple weeks ago, Max, bro, settle down. I mentioned a couple weeks ago in the bivvy camp out video that I'd scouted around, found a couple new spots. Well, last time I was out, I was up on the ridge. That was one of those spots. And this location is the other spot that I mentioned in that video. Max. And yeah, so we're out here. I've got everything mostly unloaded from the pack. I've got Max stuff. I had to carry his stuff just in a small sling type bag that I had because he broke his backpack a while ago. I just never have replaced it. So yeah, so I just had to carry his stuff in. But bringing Max was kind of a last minute deal. So I just threw everything together at the last minute. So yeah. But I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got the oilskin tarp with me. I don't know how I'm going to set it up yet. I'm just kind of looking around, trying to come up with the best idea for, you know, what'll work in the area that I'm given. So it's relatively flat, but not super flat. It's kind of, even the flat spots are kind of bumpy. So I don't know yet what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to try to set up a tent configuration with it. So I grabbed a couple of just dead poles that were laying around, or dead limbs that I'm going to use as a pole for the tent, for the inside of the tent. So I think that's the route I'm going to go. I thought about doing the plow point, but Max, you're hitting the camera, bro. But yeah, I don't know yet. So anyway, let's mess around with it. Let's get set up. Alright guys, shelter is up. Sleeping pads are inside. I've got mine, Max has got his. It's not going to be super cold tonight, like 44 or 45, so it's not going to be crazy cold, so I'm not too worried about, you know, the weather tonight. It is supposed to rain. Starting at about 10 o'clock, it's supposed to rain until 6 or 7 in the morning, so we are going to have a rainy night later on, but at least not a cold night. So, but that shelter was a little bit of work putting up. I didn't get to film it all because I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to watch Max. So I got to film some of it, but not all of it. And I've never done that before. I've never, with this tarp, I've never set up any sort of configurations or tried a, you know, tent setup or anything like that. The first time I used it was in my last video. So it took some work. I had to set it up, stake it out. The pole was too long, take the pole out, cut the pole, put it back in, adjust the stakes. I had to play around with it for a while before I got it right, and it's still not perfect, but it started to come together at least a little bit the more I fiddled with it, so we've got it in good shape now. So yeah, we're gonna have a good night, guys. Good night. Next on the to-do list is grab some firewood. I've got to head over here, grab firewood. This is mostly cedar right over here, so I've got to find some hardwood, hopefully, that I can cook over. I brought some chicken for me and Max tonight. Going to fry some potatoes. I've got a couple beers with me. I've got Max's regular dog food, but I'm going to treat him to some grilled chicken tonight. So yeah, we've got to go round up firewood. We're going to have the fire pretty close to us right here in front of the tent, so I can just kind of relax right here at the opening, feel the warmth of the fire. I mean, it's not going to be super cold, but it is going to be chilly. So we'll have the fire close by. I'm not worried about it with this tent. And yeah, otherwise we are set up pretty nicely. Got to get all my gear inside here pretty soon. This configuration, it's a little cramped for me and Max. If it was just me, no problem, plenty of room. For me and Max, you know, a little tight, but still it's not that big of a deal, so no issues. Watch out. Watch out, buddy. Alright guys, I'm taking a break. Been chopping that firewood, or sawing that firewood. Look at Max over here, look at Max over here. Look at Max. Patrolling the woods. Keeping the woods safe. Isn't that right, bro? Yeah, you are. Okay, anyway. Yeah, just taking a quick break. I've got a nice little pile so far. There's not a lot of wood over here. I mean, there's really not in this little area, this little patch of woods. To find some more thick woods, I've got to go down across the little bridge that I came across to get here, back up into some woods over there. So it's I really don't want to haul firewood back that far away. So a lot of cedar up in here. I mean, I did find a lot of cedar, so it looks like I'm just going to have to burn some cedar. It might pop and crack, but I'm not too worried about it. And I found just a little bit of decent wood to cook over here in a little bit. So anyway, it's fine. We'll have plenty of wood, and we'll have a warm, comfortable night. Okay, so I just been doing a little prep work before dinner. I cut up my potatoes. I'm going to have some fried potatoes, some grilled chicken, I've got a rub for my chicken. I've got some spices for my fried potatoes. So I've just got them in a cup of cold water right now just to let them soak for a little bit. But we're still, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes, I guess, maybe an hour away from dinner. So just trying to get as much done as I can, and so that we can hit that relax mode. I'm ready to relax. So yeah, it's been a long week. Been a long week. It's been a long couple of weeks. Work has been crazy lately. So yeah, I really needed this. I really needed some time out in the woods with my buddy Max, which was a last minute decision to bring Max. But I'm glad I did. He's having a good time. I'm having a good time. It's hard to film with Max, but Max, stop scratching. He's over here gnawing. But yeah, it's hard to film with Max, but he loves to be out in the woods, just like me. So I felt bad. I had everything packed up, and I decided at the last minute, let's throw some stuff together for Max. Let's bring him with us. So yeah, good trip, so far anyway, until the rain comes in. We'll see how that goes. Now, I love rain. I'm looking forward to the rain. I'm glad it's going to rain. That's one reason I wanted to come out here tonight. It's supposed to rain all night long into the early morning hours, so that is perfectly fine with me. Let it rain, bring it down. I love being under the tarp when the rain's coming down, so I'm excited about that. No, no, bud. Not your potatoes. Watch out, bro. That was a pretty liberal dose of seasonings and spices. Alright guys, dinner is served. Delicious. Fried potatoes with a spicy, I don't know, seasoning blend on them. And some chicken with a rub mixture on it. It's good. Max ate his chicken in like 0.2 seconds. It's gone. He devoured it. And he's licking the plate. Alright guys, I'm going to sit here, enjoy my dinner, drink my beer. I'll bring you guys back in a minute. I'm going to build the fire back up as soon as I'm done eating. It's getting chilly. I mean, it's not like super cold, but it is a little bit cool. So I'll build the fire back up, eat my delicious dinner, be back soon. Alright guys, dinner is done. I've got the fire built back up. Max is laying over here beside me. Got my tasty Voodoo Ranger IPA. So now it is time to just settle in, begin relax mode. Oh yeah. Man, that fire feels good. So good. It's not cold, but still, it feels good. It's probably 45, 44, somewhere around there. Mid 40s. That fire feels good. And let me tell you something. My little Bushcraft grill, you've seen me use it several times. It's been my go-to grill. I'm done with it. I'm done with that grill. I was so frustrated with it. I had to build like a little log cabin type thing to get it high enough off the coals so that my chicken wasn't just like basically just, you know, laying right on the coals. And the logs kept rolling. I would find a different log, one that wasn't so round and wouldn't roll, and you know, it's not big enough to cook on if you want to cook multiple things. It's a pain in the butt to try to maneuver it around and, you know, get the right height that you need and make sure a log doesn't move and it, you know, tilt over and your food go down in the fire. So I've got to find me a grill with some legs on it that'll get high enough off the ground that I want it to be so that my food's not directly getting, you know, fried on the coals. So I've got a couple in mind, but yeah, I think I'm going to retire the little Bushcraft grill. So yeah, next time out, new grill. Alright guys, I'm just enjoying the fire. I went around and collected a little bit more firewood, just, you know, rotten stuff laying around, grab stuff off the ground, whatever, who cares. And yeah, enjoying my beer, enjoying the fire. Max is laying over here and just chilling out. So yep, so I'm gonna do this, guys. I've got some videos downloaded on my phone. I'm watching those as I watch the fire, as I drink my beer. So yeah, I'm gonna do that for a while. I will be back later. I don't know when, just later. It might be raining by the time I come back, I don't know. So anyway. Alright guys, so yeah, Still just been sitting by the fire. A couple hours since I talked to you, and I can definitely tell the rain is coming in. The wind is picking up. Man, it's smoke is blowing right in my face. Goodness. But yeah, I was just checking the radar, and I actually have service right here. Well, maybe, if you can see that. That little dot is me, where I'm at, and that is what is coming toward me. So, yeah. There we go. Lots of rain. Lots of rain headed my way. The wind is picking up. I can hear the trees like popping and cracking off in the distance. But yeah, bring on that rain. I'm ready for it. I finished my 2 beers. Had a couple snacks. I brought some little cherry pies, just like little miniature cherry pies. Super good. Ate those up. So yeah, chilling by the fire, watching some YouTube videos. So since I have service, catching up on my YouTube subs, or people I'm sub to. But anyway, speaking of subs, thank you guys who have, God, the smoke's killing me. Thank you guys who have subbed to the channel over the past week. We've had some new subs, new comments from people that I've not seen before, so thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, turning the camera back off. I'll be back before bedtime, or when it starts raining, or sometime in the near future. See you guys. Alright, so we've crawled into the tarp. It is super, super windy outside. So we may get some storms, not just rain, I don't know. But it is super, super windy. But yeah, the fire's still going for now. It is 10:15. The rain is supposed to hit around 11. So I'll bring you back if anything gets crazy. But yeah, Max is curled up beside me over here, going to sleep. I'm about to go to sleep, so I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Good morning, guys. It is 8 o'clock. Me and Max are up. I just woke up. Actually, it's a little bit after 8. I'm not gonna lie. But more like 8:15ish. But we're up. Yeah. Oh, that was a miserable, miserable night. I'll tell you some more about it over breakfast. So, Max, bro, alright, he's ready to get out of this tarp, so let's get some breakfast, get the coffee going. Yeah, I've been waiting on that for a long time. I mean, like at like 3:30 this morning, I was up wanting coffee. Max, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? You're just gonna be right here in my shot, huh? Okay, so yeah, I've been up since like 3:30. That was a miserable night. I woke up, I was sleeping good. I went to sleep good, and I kept feeling a little bit of water on my face. And I guess I was out of it, and it didn't really register. Well, then I had one big drop hit me on the face that woke me up. And I was like, I couldn't figure out where this water was coming from. So right up above my face, the way this tent or tarp is set up in this tent configuration, where my head was toward the back, you know, the fabric was just right up above my face. It wasn't very far above my face. Well, where the tie-out point has been sewn in to the fabric was leaking. The rest of the tent, perfectly fine, but at that one point, it was leaking like crazy, and it was running down that slope of the setup right into my face. I mean, my face was perfectly under where this water was running from, dripping right down into my face. Come here, Max. Max, come here. Come here. So every so often, water was dripping down in my face. I tried to reposition. I had all of my gear and Max on the other side. So this one side was mine. I could not just readjust everything in the middle of the night, because Max wouldn't cooperate with that, for one. And so I tried to position the sleep pad where I was out of the path of the water dripping. So I did that. The top portion of my down quilt was wet. It had gotten wet, you know, throughout the night, and I didn't notice it. It never rained like super hard last night, but it rained steady all night long. So yeah, that was I could not go back to sleep after that. I think at maybe around 6 a.m. I fell asleep for another couple of hours. But yeah, that was miserable having water drip on you. It kept dripping on my beanie. My beanie's still a little bit damp. Yeah, and it wasn't just one line coming down. It was like multiple lines of water just flowing down the slope, dripping in different places. So even though I tried to go my head more toward the center, and then I tried my head more toward this this end, and you know, it was kind of successful, but water was still dripping on me somewhere, no matter where I positioned myself. So yeah, that was not a good night. Not a good night at all. So yeah, I've got to get packed up quick and get out of here. Leland is going to be home at 11. It is 9:40. So yeah, I slept a little bit later than I needed to. So now I've got to hustle, get everything broken down, and get out of here. So I'm not going to be able to do much filming this morning. Actually, I'm pretty much done filming because I just don't have time to fool with the camera and try to get out of here and be home by the time he gets there. So my wife is at work today. She can't be home to be there when he gets there, so it's on me. So guys, again, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I've had a good time. Miserable night, but a good time overall. But I wish I could film some more this morning, but I can't. I got to wrap this up and get out of here. So we got a little bit of a hike back to the car. So I'm really hoping I can even make it by 11. You know, I'm 30 minutes from home just to drive. So yeah, so let's quit talking. Let's wrap this up and get out of here. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I will see you next time. Don't know where, don't know when, but it'll be soon, and it'll be fun. Thanks, guys.